Hello, you amazing ladies. I am Megan Baxter, and today we are going to talk about how your main profile, main wall impacts your groups. Right? In the last video, we really covered like a minimum of what you should post and a nice kind of balanced post flow. And I gave you an organizer to get your content ready for the week ahead. And now we're going to kind of deep dive why it is that your group, I guarantee, could be doing better. Right? I know that's a bold statement. Who am I? What am I talking about? Right? So I want to first kind of really explain to you, for anyone that may not know, how it is that the algorithm really works. It's something that I don't hear spoken about a lot, and it is something that really has such a magnitude of impact. I'm shocked that we're not discussing it more often. You can be crushing it in your group right now, right? And you probably are. And if you're not, we're going to get you there. So that's okay. But whatever your success level in your group is right now, if your main wall is off or neglected, right? Or you're like, oh, I crush it in my group. I'm in my group all day long, every single day, but you're not posting over here, I guarantee you, if you bring this up, this is gonna go like this. And I wanna break down for you why. When you join a platform, this applies to any platform, but we're talking about Facebook specific for this video. When you join a platform, you put in your name, right, and your information, and you're signing up for it. The algorithm does not keep your name memorized. It doesn't know how to do that. It is a mathematical equation, piece of software, right, that works like an if-then flowchart. So it assigns you a serial number, and you become, to the robot, 8679. Or whatever number. I'm sure it's 10 gajillion digits because there's a billion people on Facebook, but you become a number. So everything that you do in that platform, from the time that you sign up, it all syncs back to that number the algorithm assigned you when you signed up. So if 8679 builds a group, it says 8679 ranks here, so their group's gonna go there, right? If 8679 ranks here, their group's gonna go here. That's literally how it works. This applies to 8679 doing stories, 8679 doing reels, 8679 opening a business page. If it is linked to your personal profile, the one that you signed up with, even if you have multiple profiles, whatever profile you're using to create whatever thing you're creating, that's what it's linking to. It's that main first initial number. And so how the algorithm ranks you for visibility. Is she interesting? Are people talking? Should I show her post more or less? Right? It's all to that. So no matter how amazing you're doing over here, or if you're like, why am I capped out where I am? I guarantee you that at least a good portion of why is because 8679 isn't doing everything that the algorithm wants to see out of it. So what does the algorithm want to see from you? It wants a minimum of 3 posts every single day. That's like your safety net number. Do I hit it 3 every day? Nope. Am I human? Yep. Do I fall off? Sure do. Everybody does, right? So do not beat yourself up for that. You can have neglected your main wall for the past 5 years straight, and I guarantee you that when you pick it up, you're going to see your improvements across the board, almost like this. Like, it literally only takes a couple weeks of consistency to see it all turn around. So you can literally start after you watch this video, and in a couple weeks time, you're gonna sit back and you're gonna be like, holy moly, that was the missing puzzle piece, right? And I promise you, it's one of many. I have a lot more good ones coming. So what is it that we should put on our main wall, right? If the minimum's 3, just so that you know, the maximum's 5. You don't need over 5. Over 5, it starts to kind of like ding you a little for being in spam town. You don't want that, right? So you want to have a minimum to 3, maximum to 5 is really the range that you're looking for to see the best amount of success from this. And then you want to be very diverse in what you're posting. You also want to be very mindful in what you're posting. People judge you based on your profile. When you invite somebody to a group page, I guarantee you that about 80% of them, unless they're like already your bestie, are going to go to your profile and be like, who's this girl? Why is she inviting me here? What is she all about? What they're able to see there is going to make their snap decision. It just is. It's human nature. Is it harsh? Probably. But just make sure that you're putting your best self and your authentic self forward. And that way, when they go peep that profile, they're going to be like, oh, okay, I read that book. I like that book. Oh, okay. No, I kind of like her style. Okay. Oh, she's funny. That joke was so corny. It was funny. Okay. Right. And they're going to say, oh my gosh, I can relate to this person. Or they're going to say, I don't relate to this person at all. And you're not going to see them transfer over. So you want to make sure that you're really genuine, whoever it is that you are, because you are amazing. Go show that, and the right people are going to gravitate to you. So we made a content organizer for you guys last night for your group. You need to stay consistent in that. And then you also need to invest a small amount of time into boosting up your main wall and getting it to where the algorithm really is like, this is what we're looking for. So I did something amazing for you all. I plotted out 2 whole weeks of main wall content, and I'm throwing in a blank, right? So in 2 weeks, you can sit down on Sunday night and you can organize yourself for your main wall. When you're organizing yourself for your group, it's the same kind of format. It's set up different because it's a different number of posts with different topics. And then I put together 14 days of non-repeating, right? Because you don't want to bore your audience. So 14 days of content, and you can repurpose all of these ideas. Twist them a little, tweak them a little. These just kind of give you a jumping point, or use them exactly as they are, because these are literally all things that I have used that have gotten phenomenal response from my following. They've gotten high engagement, or they're something that I'm able to cycle through and use it once a month, and people come back for more of it. These are successful post topics, so I really do encourage you. And this way you're not sitting there like stressed out, like, okay, so I got to start posting 4 times a day in my group, and now I've got to come up with 3 things to share on my wall, and I don't want you overwhelmed, right? The whole purpose of this community is to really show you how easy the internet can be and just give you some solid direction. So you've got 14 days put together. I'm not going to walk through every single one of them because this video would go on for an absurd amount of time that I'm sure you don't want to sit through. And there's many that are self-explanatory, like something motivational, something inspirational, share a joke, etc., etc. Some key points. You want to make sure that you have an image with every single one of these. It can be a graphic that is made or a real life photo. Work in as many real life photos as you possibly can, right? And plan ahead. You know what you're going to be posting in the middle of the day on Sunday. So just plan ahead. Take a picture ahead of time if you need to, so that you have it if the opportunity arises, or kind of cater your day so that like this is part of it so that you're prepared. But this way you're not scrambling. You're not just, I call it shit posting, right? You're not doing that. You're not just frantically vomiting something out into the internet. It's methodical. There's a nice rotation here. Some examples in case you get a little bit stuck on them, and I'm always open for questions, so you can drop a question in the comments. You can reach out to me and message me, whatever works best for you and however you're comfortable. But for a couple of examples, decor that you love, right? I am not telling you to go take people on a tour with, starting at your front door and your private address. Never show that on the internet. And then walk people through your bedroom. No. Pick like a really cute knickknack, or your coffee station in your kitchen, or just something about your home that is unique to you and shows a little bit of your personality, and talk about what it is. What's for dinner, right? Just literally, what's for dinner? You would be shocked at how much weight food posts can pull, because food relates to everybody. Whether you have a healthy food relationship or a not healthy food relationship, everybody eats, and everybody is interested in food because everybody eats, right? So they're either going to tell you like, wow, that looks amazing, or if you're someone that's on meal plan, talk about a great opportunity to start a conversation, right? How to warm chatter a new client. Talk about your meal plan and post what you ate for dinner that was on plan, or wait until somebody comments about it looks so great and you can be like, oh my gosh, looks so great. That dinner, 324 calories. Sure is. And then they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I need that recipe, right? Doors open for you. Beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Your main wall is where you should be building your relationships and then moving them into your business. If you're doing that process backwards, I promise if you flip it, right? Reverse that, you're going to start seeing incredibly larger results. Sometimes having a group of 500 people isn't as profitable as a group that has 100 people, because you have a rapport with every single one of those 100 people, but you got nothing going on with your 500, right? You can't judge a group and its success by its size. You really, really can't. I make my most money out of a group that has 140 people in it. So if that can be done on 140 people, imagine if you really utilize the proper tools to get 500 people in there, right? That's life-changing, right? Think about that. Think about it. If I 5x'd my income right now, that would be literally life-changing for me. So make sure that you're doing it the right way. Make sure that you're getting that rapport, you're building that relationship, you're having something in common with them, you're getting them to relate to you, and then you're inviting them into that group where they can be like, I want to see more of this lady. And when they get there, they're already like, oh, I know this lady, she's my friend, we talk about fill in the blank. So they're more likely to support you once they're there, right? Don't just blind fill with, I need bodies in this page. Bodies in the page don't help your engagement, and bodies in the page don't increase your visibility. And bodies in the page don't guarantee you any sales. It's the quality of the bodies that are in that page. So this is going to attract your quality bodies that really are going to find you relatable, right? That are really going to be your supporters. This is going to kind of like pick them out of that large following on the main page. Some other examples that are in here, kids or pets, right? You can do either or. Some people are not comfortable with posting their children. I completely respect that. Some people don't have pets, but you got a super cute baby. Do what is in your comfort zone. I would never tell you to do something that literally makes your skin crawl, and I would never tell you to do something that is like creepy or unethical or anything like that. I'm not telling you to do that. And if you don't have either of those things, then find something to eat to post and talk about it, right? Do you have like a stuffed bear? Do you have something that you're like really attached to? Something that you love, something that's adorable. Get that in there and use that in that kids and pets slot. Things like the last book you read. What are you watching? What are you listening to? What's your favorite song? What's your favorite movie? Anything to that effect. Those are all great conversation starters, and they're all great ways to show people little glimpses of who you are so they start feeling like they know you, right? You want to be building your end game goal, and really it's like equal with your sales. Your end game goal is your know, like, and trust factor, right? You want them to feel like they know you, right? So if your picture comes through their feed, they're like, hey, I know that girl, right? And then you want them to like you. Obviously, will everyone like you? No. Not even everyone on my own page likes me. That's okay. They're still fans. That's what I tell myself, right? Not everyone's going to like you. Not everyone is supposed to like you, right? Every pot has a lid. You're going to find your people. But you want to find those people that know you, they like you, and then in turn, they're going to trust you. And it's when they trust you that they will become your financial supporters. That is really where the magic happens, right? You got to think of like Oprah, right? Oprah says, read a book. Everybody goes out and buys the book. Why? Because she gives good recommendations, because they like the last book that she said, because enough people have validated that she can be trusted, right? We know her, we like her, we trust her. So therefore, when she says go out and do it, they're going to do it. They're going to take your recommendation when they trust you. You can have the best product in the entire world, and if nobody has had a chance to build up trust with you, you're going to have a hard time selling it. So you've got to give them those little glimpses of who you are, what makes you unique, what makes you you, what makes you special, right? Show your little imperfections. I'm not saying go humiliate yourself online. I would never tell you to do that. Don't rip open wounds, right? Emotional or otherwise. I'm not telling you to do that. Just be a regular person, right? One of the things that's on here is someplace that you dropped the ball. And that does not have to be like your deepest, darkest secret. It can genuinely be like, I set out to do all of this laundry, and guess what, towels? You're not getting folded tonight. This mama's going to bed. And it's a picture of your laundry basket with your clean towels in it, right? That's you. That's relatable. That makes everybody who didn't finish their laundry that day be like, oh, I've been there. Yep. My towels are hanging out unfolded right now, right across the room. Girl, you get me. All right. They're going to give you that little heart. They're going to probably comment something like, girl, me too. Or at least that's what I would comment on it, right? You have to make yourself a person to them, right? You have to make yourself somebody that they're able to look at you and what you're showing them about your life and say, I understand her, or she understands me. That is your end game goal, because when you establish that, You're going to have a trust factor. And then when you invite them into that beautiful group that you're building on lifting up, they're going to already come into it feeling that your opinions, right? Whether it's about a product or a service, they're going to feel that those opinions have validity to them because you're so much like them, right? Great. So we made this super easy for you. 2 whole weeks literally tells you everything to get out there and post for 14 days. No thought process needed, just snap some pictures and drop them into your page. I also included the blank, like I said, so that going forward, you can organize yourself, keep this going strong. I hope that you find this helpful. If you find success with this, a couple weeks go by and you're like, wow, crap, it worked. Come in here, post about it. I want to cheer for you. I want to cheer you on. If you know someone or work with someone, have someone in your team, have someone in your company who would probably listen to this video and be like, well, that would have been nice to know 2 years ago when I started. Invite them, right? This whole purpose of this group is to help as many people as we possibly can. So if you know anyone that can benefit from what you yourself are benefiting in here, add them, make them part of the community, bring them in, let's embrace them, let's build them up too. And I'll see all of you in the next one.